Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lottie, everything here is made with a Lottie Love. Now I wasn't going to let Mother's Day pass without posting an actual Mother's Day card video, so this one is a clean and simple Mother's Day card. So this one requires die cuts of letters, so I've got some dies here, M and U funnily enough, and this is my folio that I've made for my card bases, toppers, card toppers and envelopes. That will be a tutorial in the future. This I'm just getting my 5x7 card base sorted and ready to go. So this one I've decided I'm going to go for yellow. I have made a pink version of this on my shorts. If you'd like to watch that, I will link that in my comment section below, the description below. And I've just backed the yellow card with double-sided tape, and I'm sticking that directly onto the card topper. The card topper is just under 5x7, so it's 4 7/8 by 6 7/8, and I have a piece of white card. This is lovely thick 300 GSM card, and that is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. FYI mum, this is not your card, so don't worry, no spoiler alerts. Playing around with fitting the card, the dies onto card scraps and things, so I'm running the flower through first. And before I cut the M and U's out, the M's and U out, I'm bringing my VersaFine Yellow Meadow ink, and I'm just going to blend. No trick to this at all, just put the ink directly on the edge of that card and then drag it towards the middle, and you've got like an ombre style effect. And then just run the dies through the die machine. Just like so. You can see I used a bit of Scotch tape there, low tack tape there for keeping the M and the U in place. And I'm just popping those out of the dies there, and I'll run through the final M. And there you go, lovely. And then I've done the same on another strip of card for the butterfly. Just a little ombre effect going on with that then. And then I'm bringing in my VersaFine Shady Lane ink and just blending the base of that flower. Again, there's no technique to this, just blend. Just the card kind of helps, where the die has cut through the card, it helps kind of define the edge without much effort. You just put the brush directly on the edge and blend inwards, and the edge is dark and the middle is a bit lighter. Then with some vellum, I am sticking that butterfly outline onto the vellum, so that it's just got a bit more kind of depth to it. And just glue that down, leave that to dry, bring in your card base, and I am using a ruler here to make sure that it's nice and straight. Tape the ruler down so it doesn't move, because I'm notorious for knocking things over when I'm trying to be precise. So I'm just taping things in place, and then I'm popping. I think I am going to move that slightly because it's just too close to the top there. Bring that down a bit. Lovely. Make sure you're happy with your placement, and then tape that down, and then bring in your letters. So I decided I'm going to put the flower on first. So I'm just going to glue that down onto the card base directly. I keep saying it's the card base, it's not, it's the card topper. I'm putting it on the card topper. Make sure that's lovely, that looks beautiful. And then I am using 3D dots, but they are too thick. So I am going to cut the leftover parts of the dots so that I've got some nice thin pieces, and I am going to then stick those onto the back of the MUM and make my mum sentiment 3D. I was going to say make my mum 3D. Not sure she would have appreciated that comment. So just sticking those onto the back of the letters. And it's worth the time and effort it takes to do that. And then just removing that tape nice and carefully off of the card. Lovely. And then just shift everything out of the way, and you have your beautiful sentiment and flower on the top. Now for cutting that vellum butterfly out, it just gives it a lovely little, like I say, extra dimension, and vellum, it just looks really pretty against a white background. So yeah, I decided to do that. I'm just fussy cutting all of that out. I'm going to give it a little bit of a bend, so again, I'm not going to stick it fully down. I'm going to keep the butterfly wings up, so it gives the card a bit more motion. Then I just got a strip of scrap white card, blended the same yellow ink around the edge of that, and I'm just stamping on "I love you" sentiment. Again, anything I use I will put in the description box below. I am just gluing that then onto the card right under the mum and covering up that loose part of the flower, the loose part of the stem, and just putting some glue on the body of that butterfly and gluing that down. And just placing that nicely next to the flower. Kind of decided I wanted it a bit more on top of the flower. And there, it just brings it all together really lovely. And then just add some bling, add some little gems. I've gone for yellow, obviously. And that is really it. It just is that plain and that clean and simple. I love a clean and simple card. They look so easy, but actually there's a lot of thought that goes into them. So there you have it. Happy Mother's Day to everybody, whatever context of mum you come in. Take care, and as always, see you soon.